Opening with the queen's pawn controls the center and usually leads to a more positional development of the pieces. The Indian game begins by controlling the important e4 square with the knight, rather than a pawn. Nf3 develops the knight toward the center, gains more control over the e5 square, and strengthens the d4 pawn. e6 prepares the d7 d5 pawn push while also opening up lines for the dark squared bishop. c4 gains space on the queen side and center, and prepares to develop the knight to c3. This strikes at the center with a pawn, fighting for space. This develops a knight off its starting square, getting it into the action. bb4 develops the bishop and pins the c3 knight. This is an equal trade. Takes back. This adds pressure by pinning a knight. This activates a knight by developing it off of its starting square. This activates a rook by developing it off of its starting square. It is the last book move. The opposing bishop is kicked by a pawn, and must now move or be captured. It is excellent. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. It is excellent. After all captures, this is an equal trade. It is best. This is an equal trade. It is best. This removes the attacking bishop. It is excellent. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. It is best. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling kingside tends to be safer because the king is further from the center. It is best. This activates a bishop by developing it off of its starting square. It is best. That's fine. It is good. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it? It is a mistake. This ignores an opportunity to move a piece to safety. It is a miss. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. It is best. This is a fair move. It is good. This defends the attacked pawn. It is good. A solid choice. It is excellent. This is the strongest option. It is best. This protects an underdefended pawn that is under attack. It is excellent. Right on target. It is best. This develops a rook off its starting square, getting it into the action. It is good. This makes a passed pawn, meaning no opposing pawn can challenge it on its way to promotion. It is best. This captures a vulnerable pawn. It is best. This misses a great but hard to find move. It is a mistake. That pawn was free for the taking. It is good. This removes a queen that was threatening to win material. It is good. This forks multiple pieces. This is the only good move. It is a great move. Takes back. It is best. This removes the attacking queen. This is the only move that works. It is best. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. It is best. This fights against the opposing rook for the open file. It is best. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. It is good. This is an equal trade. It is best. Recaptures. This is the start of the endgame and white is equal. It is best. That's fine. It is good. This defends the attacked pawn. It is best. That's what I would have recommended. It is best. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. It is good. This moves the rook to safety. It is good. Very precise. It is best. The rook is now on an open file, which helps control squares across the board. It is best. This move puts the knight on a safer square. It is best. This is the strongest option. It is best. This evades the check from the rook. It is best. Right on target. It is best. This defends the attacked pawn. It is best. This is a fair move. It is good. That's what I would have recommended. It is best. This move puts the pawn on a safer square. It is best. Very precise. It is best. This is the strongest option. It is best. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by opposing pawns as it tries to promote. It is best. This moves the bishop to safety. It is good. That's an unfortunate error. It is a mistake. This is the only good move. It is a great move. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is the only move that works. It is best. This is the only good move. This threatens to win a rook. It is best. This misses a much better move. It is a mistake. This is the only move that works. This was a game-changing move, giving black a winning position. It is a great move. This steps away from the checking pawn. It is forced. An active king is critical in the endgame, and getting it off of the back rank is the first step. This is the only good move. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. It is a great move. This allows a forced checkmate. It is a mistake. This forces an eventual checkmate. It is best. Sudden a close game that was lost by a mistake. Black got the better of white in that game. Both players had an amazing opening. That was an incredible middle game by both players. Black really came to play in the endgame.